was 9 years old, I was admitted into the hospital for 2 weeks, having lost 10 pounds in 3 months. After another restless night, I got up feeling terrible. The color of my face was completely washed away, and my body was malnourished. My physical health had been slowly deteriorating for about 3 months, but I was young. I didn't care or notice. All I cared about was what every 9-year-old boy cared about. I cared about baseball, I cared about track, I cared about playing video games and having fun with my friends. But at this point in my life, I learned an important lesson. Life isn't easy. The day I was told I'd be admitted into the hospital was one of the worst days of my life. I went to the doctors that morning where they weighed me and confirmed that I had lost a lot of weight in such a short amount of time. In those 3 months, I was experiencing horrible stomach aches and a loss of appetite. I was sent to the emergency room where the doctors knew something was very wrong and told my mom and I that I'd be spending the night at the hospital. I've never had such high amounts of stress and anxiety surge through my body in my whole life. To this day, I've never experienced anything like that. I broke down because that moment was when I began to think to myself, how sick am I? Am I going to be okay? The hospital had a very negative connotation for me, especially when I was young. The hospital is where I'd go to visit my grandma whenever she was sick. I'd have to see her lying on that bed looking miserable. At the time, I was too young to realize that she could have been on her deathbed, but I could still tell that she was not okay, and neither was anyone else I saw in there. The hospital was somewhere I didn't want to be. I wanted to be on the baseball field practicing, not getting countless tests and procedures done. Every kid was terrified of needles, and I was poked with one at least 12 times in the 2 weeks I was in the hospital. I had several MRIs, a few MREs, a biopsy, and a colonoscopy. It was a lot for me to go through at such a young age. I was later diagnosed with Crohn's disease. Crohn's is an inflammatory bowel disease that affects my small intestine. There's no cure, but there's medication. I take an antibody called Remicade every 2 months. For some people it doesn't work because their bodies develop antibodies making the drug ineffective. Some people have very severe Crohn's and have to try many different medications, and for some, have their intestines removed. I'm incredibly lucky to be in remission. Living with Crohn's has turned my life upside down. I missed 2 months of 4th grade. I never did track or baseball again. However, I have new hobbies now. In my free time, I enjoy watching movies, working out, and playing ping pong. I still play video games here and there, and I still love hanging out with my friends. Crohn's is something I wish I didn't have to live with, but I'm extremely lucky I don't have it as bad as others. My experience taught me life isn't easy, but it also taught me to be very grateful for the things I've been given in life. Most people will grow up not knowing what they want to do, but because of this experience, my goals are clear. I want to go into medical school and work my way towards becoming a pediatric gastroenterologist. I want to grow up and help kids who are going through what I did. The idea of helping people who are sick is my calling, and I can't imagine myself doing anything else. Thank you.